we're just on the outskirts of Buxton in Derbyshire, and we're off to find an abandoned reservoir. Now, it was built by the Buxton Water Corporation and opened way back in 1957. So we're going to see exactly what remains, try and have a look from above and below and talk a little bit about it. Now with me I've got Joanne from Jojo's Adventures. She's again coming along with me. She's going to do her own little film, so I'll put a link to that at the bottom of the description. So let's head on down this way and we'll see what it looks like today. So coming down here, you've got a source of water, and it's coming along here, and it goes into a little tunnel there. Now, whether this is feeding what was the reservoir, or if it's bypassing it, we might get to find out by looking over the other side. So again, there it is from another angle, and there's the culvert going underground. And the route that that's taking, it's going along here and it's heading off over there, so quite potentially it is bypassing the dam itself and the reservoir. I think it's time to get up there and have a look, isn't it? We've got these rods.
Rods.
Present. Yes, Joanne, rods.
Don't fall.
And they go down in stages of freeze. I believe we're walking down towards where water may have been directed. I'm not sure what this wall would have been like. Hoping to find some pictures from when it was open to share with you. Now we can see clearly the stonework from the sides of the dam itself and the walls of this reservoir. So Stanley Moor Reservoir, now it's a small rectangular reservoir with an impounding structure formed on three sides by earth embankments, and it's founded partly on limestone and partly on millstone grits. Now the inside has been lined with kind of puddle clay, and it has a protective layer of masonry pitching. The reservoir's feeds was two streams, one from the west and one from the north, and the flow was intercepted and directed through aqueducts to the intake chute by the operation of intake sluices. Now the reservoir itself was problematic from the start, and it was built on a geological fault where limestone and millstone grit met, causing the reservoir to leak underground. Now, despite numerous investigations on how to try and solve this problem, it was then later decided that it could not be solved. So despite the water being lowered by 10 feet, in 1946 the decision then came to breach the reservoir, and the capacity was then lowered from 450,000 to 275 cubic meters. So we found the other end of the culvert, so that one we showed you at the beginning of the film. And it comes down here and look at this red stonework. Well, it's obviously stained copper red from years of use, but there's even a little weir. Look at that. So you get to this point and the water starts to drop, and it's such a smooth transition down to the bottom. Almost feel like sitting in a little inflatable ring and having a go. Let's carefully follow it down and see where it goes without slipping. I don't know if you can see it, but I mean, that's flowing at quite a rate, that is. Let's carry on. We're about halfway down. It's extraordinarily soft and slippy. When we get to the bottom, just here, we can see, yeah, we made it, where the water collects. Brilliant. We're looking in the other direction, and it turns into a little stream again. This is where the dam was breached, and that's why it's got that curious V-shaped curve in the ground. And any excess water which is still coming from the intake is flowing out of here underneath these two old railway sleepers and out to this little junction joining on with the previous little stream that we've just been following. That's pretty cool, that is. Nice little bit of engineering. At this point, it's really as far as it goes, and the brook itself is going to head on further out in towards the Peak District. So let's get ourselves and have one last look at the actual reservoir itself. Yeah, so back at the start again, so you can see where the stream's coming, and then it takes that sharp turn and goes around the edge and comes out where we've just seen it. Now we think originally that it came across before the dam and the reservoir were built, and it cut straight across and appeared at the other end where it disappears into the distance. There's a little bit of capping stone here, look, and all this like rubble, a bit of stonework there. So it's clear that this came from potentially that gap just there. And I think it's been demolished at that point to probably gain access for anybody, you know, vehicles, maintenance, whoever comes to look at this, because there are tyre tracks going down there. So that's what I believe this is from. I hope you've enjoyed this little visit to this beautiful bit of history nestled on the outskirts of Buxton in Derbyshire. Not sure how long it'll be like this, but it's easy enough to get to if you want to come and have a look at it. There's parking on the main road. There's gates coming through, footpath. Thanks to Jojo again, she's come along.
See ya.
Keep an eye out for her films. See you in the next video. Take care, bye bye for now.